Welcome to Transforming the Toddler Years, a Core 4 parenting podcast blending soul and science-based strategies to empower pandemic moms like you, raising kindergarten-ready kids. I'm Cara Tyrrell, your host, a lifetime lover of littles, girl mom, early childhood educator, and conscious parenting coach who truly believes that how we connect and collaborate with our kids in the first 5 years is how we raise world-ready kids who will change this world. Hey, Mama, can we do a quick check-in? How are you? No, how are you really? Back to school is a very triggering time full of high-stress transitions and new routines. Are you registered for the Transforming Your Triggers workshop? So many amazing conscious mamas already are, and I'm thrilled to be your guide to move from knee-jerk reactions to conscious, intentional responses. The workshop's coming up. It's Wednesday, September 6th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to be together live, face to virtual face. There's so much power in this. If you can't make it or a mom emergency pops up, there's a replay, but do this for yourself. Do this for your kids. Let's learn and grow together and help your family thrive at home and at school. To register for this free workshop, just go to caratyrrell.com/workshop or use the link in the show notes to register for this transformative hour. I cannot wait to see you there. Welcome back to the Transforming the Toddler Years podcast. Today, we're talking about responsibility, raising responsible kids who know their choices, know their actions, and take responsibility for them. It's a big one when we look at raising the COVID generation, specifically as they move towards programs, preschool programs, elementary school. You've got kids who have been learning about personal responsibility for years during a really isolated time of lockdown. And as they get older, and the mistakes they make and the choices they make get a little bit harder to fess up to, you really want them to be well grounded in knowing how to take ownership of them and that you're always available and there and willing to hear the truth, and you will respond appropriately. So let me start with a story that happened. And I cannot even believe the timing of this, because as I put together the back to school series, I knew this was a topic I wanted to talk about. But here's a really relevant story from my life. I love telling you stories. This morning, I was in bed because I get up about 6, but my totally driven, amazing 18-year-old gets up way earlier than that. Gets out of the house and hits the gym before she goes to her summer job. And I heard her downstairs. That's very typical. And then I heard a crash, not a huge one, just, an out of the ordinary sound. And I thought, oh, that's a different sound in the morning. I got downstairs a bit later and she had broken a wine glass, 2, actually. And it was very unexpected for her. She could have done a number of things. She broke this glass. She could have immediately thrown them in the trash and said nothing about it. She could have gone a completely different direction, come and woken me up and said, I broke a glass, just wanted you to know, I'm sorry. She went middle of the road, and I came downstairs to a note, a beautifully written note on the counter. I broke this glass this morning by accident. I'm really sorry. And then a PS. I broke the other one without meaning to, too. It was so fantastic. My first reaction was joy. Joy that she felt calm and safe enough to say, oops, I made a mistake. Could she have cleaned them up? Sure. That would have been cool too. But maybe she wanted me to see that so that I knew what had happened. I love that she felt this way. I can just jot a note down to mom. I made a mistake. I broke these glasses. I'm really sorry. And she could continue on with her morning. Now, it was really important to me also that she know how I felt. So she didn't go on thinking the rest of the day, I wonder if mom was mad when she woke up. So I sent her a little text and said, don't worry about the glasses at all. Did you cut yourself? Because I saw a little red stuff on the counter. And she said, nope, that was the leftover wine in the glass. I'm good. Now her mental health was covered and her physical safety was covered, and she could move on with her day knowing she was still loved. It was just stuff, and stuff can be replaced. And honestly, we have so many wine glasses. Who cares? Why am I telling you this story? Because setting up that strong relationship where the safety exists to tell the truth, even when you have an opportunity to literally sweep away the evidence, starts in the toddler years. It does. It starts when your little one is very truth-telly. And when is that? Birth to 3. You've got kids walking up to you and saying, I did it. Who broke that? I did it. They have no reason to believe that telling you anything but the truth makes sense. Not yet. When do they learn this? Well, it's you. It's you who helps them design that early relationship. Why do they start trying to hide the truth from you? Why do they start pointing fingers at other people? Why do they sweep the evidence under the rug? At 2.5 or 3 years old, I didn't do it. Brother did it. It's because of the reactions that you have been giving them in the first and second and third years of their life. Kids lie or omit information from a place of fear. It's fear-based. If I share this with my mom, if I share this with my dad, then I know they're going to fill in the blank, yell, be of an angry energy, punish me. Kids lie or omit information from a place of fear based on the reactions that they have experienced from you previously. So how do we develop that relationship that's anchored in those core 4 connectors? Honesty being one of them. We are intentional about the way that we respond to our kids. When we know that they made a mistake or made a bad choice, and when they come and tell us. Even accidents. I was in preschool the other day, and this little boy spilled his juice, went all over the table, went all over the floor. Those knee-jerk reactions as adults, because that is an unexpected result, can be really intense, right? They're subconscious. They just happen. But as preschool teachers, we know that meeting that with calm, intentional responses helps this child feel safe in our classroom. Safe enough to just clean it up without feeling guilt or shame or that they were blamed in any way for an accident. So you build their confidence, their truth-telling confidence, their I have to tell you something, Mom, confidence. every time you think through your response to information that they're sharing with you. This idea of moving away from knee-jerk reactions and old parenting stories and the way that your mom used to talk to you or your dad used to talk to you. This is hard, intentional work. It's cycle breaking work. The idea that your child has a voice and they're allowed to have it, they're allowed to be wrong, they're allowed to make mistakes, and that the environment in your home is not expected to be perfect at all times. This is big work, paradigm changing, mindset shifting, parenting work. I hope you're able to join me for my Transforming Your Triggers free workshop that's coming up. It is going to really help you hijack those knee-jerk reactions. And that benefits everybody in the relationship building process. While you have these toddlers who believe every single thing you say to be truth, who believe everything that you do is the way it's supposed to be done. If you're able to make it, boy, would I love to see you there. I teach it live, so it's really this level of connected energy that you hear from me on the podcast, except we're in the same virtual room. We really can workshop things together because my goal for you is to design your child's childhood in such a way that you have an 18-year-old who takes the time to stop and write a note first thing in the morning when she's busy and running out the door to say, oops, I broke this. Sorry. That means that you did your job and you've truly transformed those toddler years. I hope you are enjoying our back to school mini series that will run all through the month of August and the beginning of September. Topics that are relevant to where you are and what your kids are going through right now as you start full-time daycare programs, preschool enrollments, and even those first few days of kindergarten. Please take a moment and scroll down, rate and review the show. Let people know what you love about it and leave me a note of an episode topic you would love to see me record. Until next time, stay mindful and proactive as we raise school-ready kids who will change the world.